Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. I am the all seeing I'm here with a collective message. What does your person want you to know at this time? What does your person want you to know at this time? Whether you're in a period of no contact, little contact, this is the messages that would want to come out in terms of. Ooh, okay. So, all right, let's get started. Temperance is the first card out. Let's see what else. I get an energy from your person of wanting to take their time. Temperance is about all things in moderation. They may not be wanting to rush right now when it comes to the connection. They may be here today, gone tomorrow, kind of in and out. And I don't think it's malicious at all. I don't think that they're deliberately trying to keep themselves from you. I think it's just some kind of balance that they're trying to assume in life and in the connection. They want things to be fair, I guess you could say. They don't want to give too much or too little, but there's definitely a lot of emotion within them, a lot of feelings on their part in terms of what they feel for you, how they feel for you. The King of Cups is very emotionally mature and available, stable and grounded in what they feel, not afraid to share what they feel, the depths of their emotion. They feel quite a bit. So that could be why they're pacing themselves, because they're inclined to or apt to fall hard, possibly even quick. And they may feel like there's an energy or air of competition around. Like they could be competing with other suitors for your attention. They're not the only one that is pursuing you. They may feel like there's other energies in the mix right now, and that could be another thing that keeps them from really going all in, I would say. But with the Empress coming out, I feel like they view you as someone that they can create with, someone who they can birth new things with, someone who's extremely fertile and able to create and bear new things in life, whether it be actual physical life, if you're a female and, you're able to have children. They may see you as someone that they could potentially have kids with, or they may look at you as a beautiful, very great mother if you do have children already. But I feel like your person knows that you two can have something more than what, could be achieved in the average connection, or what they consider to be average, what they're used to. Your person may be dealing with some kind of grief right now and loss. They may be grieving the loss of something that they once possessed. Um, but all hope is not lost. There are still things for them to be grateful for and to look forward to. They may have experienced some level of disappointment that has them feeling as though, the intensity of their emotions is just even more because of what they've gone through. But they see you as very beautiful, very independent, and capable of doing pretty much everything for yourself. And maybe, your person is a type that they, I mean, if you're single, and this message does resonate with you or apply to you, if you are single, then, you're able to date if you're not in a committed relationship already, so your person may be concerned about that. Like, oh, you are alone. You are technically by yourself. You're not in a relationship with them. The two of you aren't together, but I feel like that's partially their fault because they're kind of half committed to the situation. They're not fully investing their energy, their effort, even though they see you as someone that they can have something very stable with. They can have something that's lasting. And that could be scary. That's scary to some people, when they are in a situation that, or they meet someone that they feel, oh, this could be the one. This could be, the end of my search. Some people get fearful and weary, of that kind of thing. Let's see what else comes out. Any other messages here, Spirit? Thank you for the messages received thus far and allowing me to be a conduit and share the messages that are received. Okay. You see me shuffling 1,000 times, nothing wants to come out. There we go. Oh, now everything want to come out. But I'm not going to take it all. I'm sure there'll be some repeats. Ace of Wands, there's obvious attraction. There's definite attraction, like strong attraction. I feel like they feel like there's growth, that happens when they're with you. They may feel like they can grow with you, that you make them or, motivate them to grow or inspire them to grow and be a more passionate individual, a person that's more goal-oriented, that takes action, and they like that. They're very attracted. You may make them grow in other ways too. And I think that they're very curious about you and where the relationship would lead if they're not, around right now for any reason. They're definitely interested in knowing what you're up to, what you're doing, who you're with, who you're doing even. With the Page of Swords here, I think it's something that they think about. They think about you because the connection that you guys share is extremely passionate. They feel a fiery energy towards you. you know? And I feel like with the Hangman coming out, their perspective will shift in terms of how they feel and think about this connection and about you, you know? The thing is again, if you're single and you're not in a committed relationship and there are other people in your energy, if you are dating, for example, you know, your person has to come to some kind of realization that this is, you know, this could be the case because they haven't committed to you yet. They haven't, you know, decided to lock it down yet with you. So, you know, they have to change the way that they look at things, change their perspective. The Five of Wands is here again because they feel like there's someone or other people in your energy. And if there is, you know, I don't know, does that motivate them to change? Do they fight for the connection? Do they, you know, decide that, you know, they want to take the lead, you know, and basically try to win you over somehow? Do they do that? What else? Wow, the Queen of Cups is here too, and the King of Cups is here as well. So you guys are definitely a match. You know, they view you as being a very beautiful, warm, loving, emotional being. You know, very sensitive and very loving and warm. You're very generous and giving of what you have. You know, whether it be, you know, giving of your love, or, you know, whatever you possess that you know, wish to share with, you know, whoever you wish to share it with, because, you know, you're just that generous. But I think this person, you know, they feel that connection even deeper with you because you guys have that in common, that emotional stability and availability. Even like, even though they're, you know, a little hesitant about coming into union with you, I think it's not you, it's just coming into union, period. Perhaps they're getting out of something, or they're just fearful of the longevity of the relationship, because sometimes, you know, it's been my experience, or my thing, in the Five of Cups is here again. So yeah, they maybe they did lose a relationship and they're coming out of a situation. Maybe they've, you know, they've experienced some kind of loss here with the Five of Cups. And if you're not in communication right now and there is little to no contact with this person, you know, it could be because they're looking within for answers to the questions that they have, or that have cropped up since they've experienced these losses in life. You know, it may be a situation, it may not be a situation. You know, there's not a lot of cards here that indicate, oh, that there's another person in the connection. I just feel like, you know, if they did suffer that kind of loss and now they're not only afraid that there's competition in the mix and you could get swooped up, you know, sooner than they decide to, you know, take you. There's fear there, but we can't, you know, gotta operate from a place of faith, not fear, because that's gonna hold you back and stunt your growth, really. And if growth is something that they want, and this connection is, and growth is something that this connection encourages, then they're going to want to make some kind of move towards you, I feel. Let's see what comes out for Oracle cards. Clock. is the bottom of the deck card. So that is needing time, cycles and takes time, time to heal and progressing. So it may just be a matter of time before there's movement in the connection. You know, there may be some stuff that your person has to work towards healing. And then also with the Five of Swords at the bottom of the initial deck, you know, something that they may have to walk away from, or maybe they have walked away from something already that wasn't serving them or wasn't in alignment with who they are or who they aspire to be, you know. And that could be, you know, surrendering, you know, and giving up on a certain something, whatever that may be, is not always easy and can cause sadness and regret and grief, which is clearly here and your person is experiencing for some reason or another. We have ascending, so learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union and new phase. So your person may come to this realization sooner than later, you know, that they don't want to be in competition with anyone. They want to win. You know, if they are in battle right now with any other suitors, for example, they want to be the one that, you know, grabs your attention and who you decide to get with and who you choose. Sunglasses, watching, looking, perception, stalking. So, you know, if they have access to you somehow, they may be watching you and what you're doing, or very curious about, you know, what's going on with you. If you're not in communication right now, they may be wondering about that. Cut down. They may be feeling cut out. If you're in separation, they want to stop the pattern and talk. Silent treatment is here. So if you're giving them the silent treatment or they're giving you the silent treatment, perhaps, you know, something's got to give. Someone's got to break the ice, break the silence, and will, because there's a definite energy here of deep love and connection. And even though there is fear on your person's part in terms of them, you know, or as far as them making some kind of move towards you, they want to, but I think there's just some fearfulness there that they'll get over. You know, uh, they've got to grieve their losses. I mean, like we all do. And um, you know, if there's any way that you can soothe the hurt or, you know, help them along the way, then I'm sure you'll do that. But the person has to be available. It looks like emotionally they are available. They do have strong feelings. That's there. Um, yeah, they just are dealing with something right now that maybe has them a little, you know, to themselves and in hermit mode, really trying to, you know, think about what they're going to do next and how they're going to heal the hurt. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your views and your subscription. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Like the video while you're here and share it if you're so inclined. I am the all-seeing I'm, and yeah, thanks again. Have a great night. Later.